In the 6th grade, my mom thought that kids were going to actually kill me. The violence got so bad in public school, and so she came to Carolina Friends School and asked if I could come to this school. My family. So my name is Erica Daniels, and I grew up in Durham, North Carolina on a chicken farm, and I went to Orange County Public Schools until I was in the 6th grade. I experienced a lot of teasing and violence and abuse by other children. There was also some abuse from within my family. My father really didn't understand what being transgender meant or was, and it scared him, I think. At first, we didn't have the money for me to come to Friends School, but with a little encouragement from my mother and telling my story as a child and the abuse that I suffered, they opened some doors for me and allowed me to have a scholarship so that I could afford to go to Friends School. And it really became the one safe place of my childhood. I think that it's really important for schools to be a safe place for children, and also to have GSAs in order to provide a space for everyone and not just kids that fit into a binary.
A GSA is a gay straight alliance where people with open minds, straight allies, or gay and lesbian people can come together and talk about their feelings about their sexuality or their friend's sexuality, and to form a safe place.
GLOW is a club in the middle school that stands for gay, lesbian, or whatever. And it's a safe community in the middle school that we created.
It's a place where allies or just anyone could come join.
GLOW was founded in the middle school at Carolina Friends School by students.
It was my 2nd year teaching here at Carolina Friends School, and a group of 7th graders at the time came to me and asked why we didn't have a gay-straight alliance. Students wanted there to be a place where we could really discuss especially the legal issues, because this was a time when our state was embroiled in a lot of controversy.
GLOW is a group of people who are interested in talking about sexuality, talking about politics, talking about their family and how it relates to LGBTQ and their feelings about that sort of thing and what they can do as an activist.
Spring of 2012, there were signs popping up all over North Carolina because Amendment 1 was on our ballot. And this was an amendment that was going to be written into our state constitution that defined marriage as being legally only between a man and a woman. And at Carolina Friends School, we have a lot of gay parents. We have a lot of students with 2 moms or 2 dads, and these students felt really disenfranchised. They were scared. They didn't understand what the implications were, and they just wanted a safe space at school to talk about that.
It's for really anybody who is like just an ally, if you're questioning queer, if you've come out, or if you just want to be there and support people.
When I first came back to Friends School, I went here many years ago. When I first came in to a GLOW meeting, it was one of the first ones that they had. Walking in, there was nothing but open minds and love, and people were so ready to be accepting.
I think it's important that a middle school has a GSA because that allows everyone to be considered as an equal for whatever they identify as and for whatever they want to be or would like to explore, or even that they want to support their friends and family.
I think it's important to start teaching kids about equality and justice at a young age.
I come from a family with 2 moms, so I like knowing that I go to a school where it can be celebrated for me to like be that way instead of having to be afraid, or for people who are like themselves gay or lesbian, for them to not have to be in the closet or in the dark. They can literally just be celebrated for who they are.
The sooner they know about equality, the better, and they can take action earlier, and we can see a difference in the world.
GLOW has started out pretty small, but it's become so big, and that's mostly because of students. So I mean, if there's a student who wants to form a GSA and their school doesn't already have one, then I'm just going to tell them, go for it.
The federal equal access law requires any school that has any non-curricular club to permit a GSA. So any school, especially schools that receive any government funding, they are required to have a GSA if any students express interest in that. So if a school has a chess club, if a school has any kind of club, then they should be allowed to have a gay-straight alliance. And they can put posters on the wall, they can meet in classrooms, they can have fundraisers, they can do all of those things. It is against the law to deny students the right to start a GSA at their school.
I would say be confident that even if other people aren't willing to speak up, other people will definitely want to and will support you and be by your side. People might hide and might say stuff, but you have to just do what you want to do.
I'm sure there would be tons of people who would be so thankful that you had done something.
The one thing that lacked through a lot of my childhood was safety and support. And I think that a lot of that came from people not being brave, not knowing how to help. And I think that bravery is something that often people shy away from, being supportive of children that are different. Having a GSA shows nothing but bravery. It shows people that are willing to step forward in front of everyone else and say, you're not going to hurt this person because they're different. We will protect each other because we love each other as human beings, and that's so important. If you can change one person, they'll change two people, and then if they change two people, it just grows and we just spread love. If people can get past fear and find bravery, there's nothing that we can't move past.